Hi everyone, it's Jack from Jack's English, and today I'm going back to the movie About Time. So I've got just two things to teach you today, but they are very useful for daily conversation. So let's start today's class. It's a very short clip today, so listen for the two things very carefully that we will learn today. Number one is out of the blue. Number two is dodgy. These are the two expressions that we're going to learn today, so listen carefully to the next clip.
Until, out of the blue, on a dodgy night out with Dodgy J, something miraculous happened.
It's a very quick clip. So let's listen to it one more time before we start studying.
Until, out of the blue, on a dodgy night out with Dodgy J, something miraculous happened.
Our first expression today is out of the blue, and this means unexpectedly or without warning. In the clip we just saw, if we take out the middle section, he said, out of the blue, something miraculous happened.
Out of the blue, something miraculous happened.
So he means that something amazing happened unexpectedly. This is a very common expression. I've given you two common examples. Number one is, my childhood friend contacted me out of the blue. If you imagine a childhood friend, perhaps you didn't hear from them for a long time. Suddenly, unexpectedly, they phone you, and in that case we can say it happened out of the blue. The second example is, the opportunity came out of the blue. Again, opportunities sometimes come unexpectedly, perhaps at work or school. So in that case, we use the verb come. So opportunity came out of the blue. So these are two common examples for our first expression today, out of the blue. Our second thing to learn today is this wonderful word, dodgy. Dodgy is a word that I use all the time, but before we look at what it means, let's look at it back in that clip again, where Tim, the main character, said, on a dodgy night out with Dodgy J.
On a dodgy night out with Dodgy J.
So what does this mean? Dodgy, actually, if you look this up on the internet, it has three main meanings: dishonest, unreliable, and dangerous. So these are three different meanings. They're three different uses for the word dodgy. But we can connect these three by saying that something, someone, or somewhere is hard to trust, or we can't trust. So it's best to divide it into these three uses. So let's look at some examples first. With dishonest, normally this is of course for a person. So I decided not to buy from the dodgy salesman. The salesman is dishonest. Perhaps he's trying to charge too much, or he's keeping some information. So you may often hear dodgy salesman because sometimes salesmen don't give you the real information. The next one is unreliable. My phone's battery is dodgy. It keeps disconnecting. This is my real example. My phone is getting a little bit old now, so sometimes when I use it, it turns off because the battery is dodgy. I cannot rely on my battery. The third use is dangerous. This is normally for a place. That street is dodgy at night. The street is dodgy at night. That means that that street is dangerous at night. I've got some places near me that are quite dangerous at night, and I guess you have too. So in that case, we'd say that the street is dodgy. So these are three different uses for this word dodgy, but remember, we can connect all these three by saying that it's difficult to trust. So that's it for today's class. We learned two expressions which are so useful in daily conversation, particularly the word dodgy. So the first thing we learned today was out of the blue, and that means unexpectedly or without warning. The second thing, as I said, was dodgy, and that means Dishonest, unreliable, or dangerous. So normally that's someone is dishonest, something is unreliable, and somewhere is dangerous. So 2 fantastic expressions you can use in daily conversation. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I will be back soon with another video. I've had lots of requests for different grammar lessons and various other things. So I hope you have a great day today and see you soon.